I did everything that was wrong in life. I was very rebellious. When I was in my mom's belly, she took me to Samba schools, and later I kept going. My father was also an addict. My life was completely pointless. I'd go to parties, I'd go to shows, things of this world, many wrong things, drugs. I used to drink a lot. I drank until I fell. I had to be carried by others, and my relatives had to give me a shower. I went to live by myself, and I prayed saying, God, please give me a family. And God gave me the opportunity of meeting Daiane.
I met Sandro in 2007 and we were engaged for 2 years. Then we had our civil marriage. We had many struggles, our bills were overdue. In the beginning, it was very hard.
I had no respect for her and for my family. I didn't treat her well. She didn't have a man at home or even a husband, no. When she made lunch on a Sunday, I'd rather be in the streets with my friends and colleagues, drinking, getting high. I spent a lot of money with that. And many times all we did was jump around and dance and drink.
An important part lacked in him of a father, husband. It was all far from ideal.
After 7 years of marriage, Daiane was very close to getting a divorce. That was when she visited the Grace of God Church and her strength was renewed to fight for her marriage.
In the prayer, the pastor said, your husband will soon be next to you. I took that word for myself.
One day I got home very high. She was all dressed up, and with her was my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my daughters. She looked at me in the eyes, and she said, Sandro, are you starting all over again? I can't stand this anymore. I can't carry on like this. I don't want this anymore. I'm going to church with my mother, and I stayed home. You know when something holds you down? It didn't allow me to come, but I said, no, I'm going to church. I'm going just as I am. And the God who's there will have to accept me. The pastor will have to accept me. I'm going. And so I came. I got inside the church. I sat beside my wife. She hadn't seen me yet. When my mother-in-law saw me, she was so surprised that she started crying, and I was crying even more.
He was drunk, but he came crying. I was on the stage, and out of nowhere, I jumped from the stage. I went to where he was in the middle of the room, and I hugged him.
And this hug meant so much. It meant the world to us.
And since that day, when he hugged me, I've been coming to church. He invited me to come to the next service. I came by myself. I started enjoying it. I surrendered to God. I got involved, and I became a sponsor. I felt it inside my heart. No one forced me. I felt the desire in my heart. I took the form and I filled it out. And after I became a sponsor, things started to change.
For 2 years now, Sandro and his wife have been walking with Jesus. The family's life is improving day after day.
I have a technical assistance store. I work with mobile phones. And during this pandemic, it was very hard for many people. But let me tell you, God is blessing me. There were lines and waiting lists in my store. I've been working until midnight, 1 a.m., and my store is growing. I now have a large stock of items, and God gave me twice as much. He gave me 3 times more, 4 times more, 5 times more. I don't even know.
God transformed my husband. I'm a witness to that change. He is today a calm man. He's tender, affectionate. He's a new man.
Today, here at church, Sandro is a volunteer. I know Jesus, through that hug, changed Sandro's life.
Today I have peace. Today I have joy. Today I have love. I have respect. And there's no better thing, to be in the house of God, to serve the Lord and be directed by Him.